Good morning, fifth grade. Today is Monday, October 5th. Today we got an early start. As kids came in, I asked them to please discuss with a friend and answer those questions at the end of our short story. Airborne. Sorry, couldn't think of the title. So I would like you to please get that turned into me as soon as possible. They are at the end of the story on HMH. There are 3 collaboration discussion questions. Please turn those in today. The next thing we did was went over our spelling lists and highlighted the vowel sounds that we hear in them. Everybody who is not here today should have had it everybody had them emailed this weekend, so you can check out your list by looking at the document I shared to you, I think on Friday. This is a reminder that your test is going to be on Thursday, so make sure that you are working double time and put an extra little study session in sometime between now and then because you have one less day. We spent some time going over synonyms and antonyms. I think it's this tab. Basically, we all remember that synonyms are words that mean the same. Antonyms are words that mean opposite. We talked about the fact that it's important to know synonyms and antonyms because they help us as a context clue. They help us figure out words we don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I guess this is the only page. Example 1 says, a wonderful aroma filled the kitchen. I knew right away from the smell that my brother was baking cookies. So let's pretend I didn't know the word aroma. If I keep reading on, that is a reading strategy, to read on. If I go to the next sentence, I can see there's a clue there. I knew right away from the smell. So smell is the same thing as an aroma. So we're using a synonym in number 1 to help define a word I didn't know. And number 2, I seldom play football, but I often play soccer. I know that I have an antonym here because of this word. I know that whatever's coming next is going to kind of be the opposite. So I seldom play football. I'm not sure what seldom means. If I read on, but I often play soccer, then I can figure out that seldom is the opposite of often. So it means not very often. Number 3, on that frigid winter day, I was so cold that I thought my fingers were going to fall off. If I don't know the word frigid, when I read on, I find out that I was so cold on that day, so it helps me know that frigid means a very cold, blustery, freezing day. So that is a synonym because it helps describe the same meaning. And then number 4, the kitten looks so tiny next to the immense dog. So next to it, if I know what tiny is, but I don't know what immense is, I can think in my head that kittens are small next to a big dog. I'm not sure if there's a lot of good clues here, but I do know that I have opposites, tiny and immense, because I can think of a big dog with a tiny kitten next to it. In fact, I have that at home. My big Ginger German Shepherd has a little kitten who thinks that Ginger is her mom. So I have a tiny kitten next to an immense dog at home. And that was just a brief reminder about synonyms and antonyms and how they can help you figure out what you are reading when you come across a word you don't know. The next thing we did was talk about literary elements. I can find the right tab. There it is. And literary elements is a phrase that English teachers use. So you're probably not going to walk around saying that all the time, but it is important that you know that it means that literary elements are just those pieces that make up a story. They're the parts of a story that are important. They're the characters, the setting, the plot, and the events. And in our assignment today, I believe we were working on, our focus is on the character. So if I go back here, It's important to pay attention to what characters say and think, to pay attention to what they do, and also pay attention to how other characters act around them, or what they say they think about them, or what you know they're thinking about them. In our assignment today, this last piece of our day was that we went through and answered just the top 2 questions. So it reminds us that a character is the person or the animal in the story, and authors bring their characters to life through telling us their appearance, their traits, their behaviors, their thoughts and feelings, and we also learn about them by other people's thoughts and feelings about them. Number 1 says, which character, so you're supposed to reread page 94, so you can pause me for a minute and read that. Pause. All right, you put me back on. After you've reread that, then think about which character does the author develop through narration in this part of the text. Remember that when you are answering this kind of question, you want to use the question and restate it as part of your answer. So you're going to want to say, the author develops, and then tell the character. Probably going to say he develops Matt, because Matt is the one who's doing the reading of the story there, reading through the journal. And number 2, which character does the author develop through journal entries? Well, we know that it was Kate's grandpa who was writing in the journal, so here we would say the author develops, I think it's Benjamin Malloy. And all we did was answer 1 and 2 with complete sentences, and then please go up here and click Turn It In. That's all we had time for today, and it's all I'm gonna have time for. So all you need to do is answer 1 and 2, and you'll be done with that part. And when I go back to this page, I see, oh my, looks like I assigned all of that stuff. That's just a reminder for me. I did not assign all those pieces, but I definitely assigned waggle. Make sure you do that for 20 minutes tonight, please. Depending on how much homework you have to do, I mean, if you're an e-learner, you might spend 5, 6, 7, I'm not sure, hours at home working, kind of similar to the amount of time we spend here plus homework time. So it's up to you to decide if you have enough time, but what I would really love is if you waggle for 20 and then also read a choice book for 20 sometime during your day. Typing, anytime you want to sit down and work on Typetastic, please do. You do need to write your spelling words in your planner. That is part of your assignment. Oh shoot, I'm on the 6th grade stuff, but yours looks the exact same. And then you will have a cursive assignment for spelling. You're welcome to do that whenever you want. So that's mostly your assignment. Make sure you turn in your collaboration questions. Make sure you write your spelling in your planner. Make sure you turn in this literary elements that we just went through and we wrote 2 sentences down. Turn that in on Google Classroom. Waggle for 20, read for 20 as you have time. Type, practice spelling some more on Spelling City, and or do cursive. Seems like a lot, but some of these are just little bits of time. Then if you just keep attacking a little bit every day, you'll be amazed at how much better you get. Have a great night.